Any questions from the young people? No?
He knows everything.
The questions are there in their mind, sometimes they're too shy, perhaps to ask them openly.
Yeah, they don't.
Otherwise,
Some people I think they will look foolish by asking a question. But no question is foolish.
Swamiji, the body-mind complex, it is inner Panchbhuta, right? And then I have Atma, which is Shuddha Mukta. So Atma doesn't seek moksha, and body-mind doesn't make sense to get moksha. So is there a third entity which is seeking moksha?
See, it's a very clever question. This evening in the class we said there are two entities here, the self and the non-self. Self is consciousness, non-self is body, mind, that's inert, insentient. So insentient cannot seek anything, moksha, because it doesn't feel bound. The consciousness is ever free, and so that also doesn't seek. So we seek, who wants to be liberated? Who feels bondage? There is somebody that feels bondage, and somebody that wants to be liberated. Same one wants to be liberated. So there is a new and third entity that arises from the identification with the body. So Atma or the self, when it gets identified with this body-mind complex, the conscious, then conscious, in Sanskrit Purusha and Prakriti, the spirit and matter. Because the identification, as though a third entity arises that we call jiva or ego, and he feels a sense of limitation because he superimposes upon himself the limitation of the body. The one who is limitless by nature, superimposing the limitation of the body-mind complex, and feels limited. Not he is limited, but feels limited. Therefore, he wants to become free from the limitation, perceived limitation. This self wants to be free from perceived limitation, understand? Not real limitation. If limitation was real, nobody can become free. If limitation was real, nobody will feel bad about it also. But I find myself limited and I feel very unhappy about it. Therefore, wants to be free from limitation. It's not the real limitation, it is perceived limitation, a notion of limitation. You know, Mahendra Bhai was talking about that cow and the rope example, you know. One disciple was living with a teacher, serving the teacher in the forest. One of the duties the disciple had was have 4 cows, to take these cows in the morning to the forest for grazing, bring them back in the afternoon, and then do the rest of the things afterwards. So one afternoon when the disciple returns with the cows, so after returning he will tie the cows with their respective posts. There are 4 ropes for tying 4 cows. One afternoon he returns, he finds that one of the ropes is missing. He could tie 3 cows to their respective posts, but did not have a rope for tying the 4th cow. So he didn't know what to do. Went to the Guru, asked the Guru, what do I do now? He said, you tie the cow. He said, but there is no rope, how can I tie? Every day, the kind of gestures that you make of tying, you tie the cow. So the disciple brought the cow its position and made all the gestures of tying. To their surprise, the cow remained there. And he could not believe that, so every half an hour he would go and watch whether the cow has walked away or what. Could not sleep for the whole night. Every half an hour he would go and, but he found the cow in its own place like every day. Came next morning, he untied the 3 cows The fourth cow was not tied to begin with. So twisted the tail and the cow, but cow did not move. Again, this disciple is surprised. Goes to the teacher. Says, sir, this cow does not move. Says, did you untie the cow? But I have not tied it. No, you untie the cow. As you tied. So again the gestures of untying the cow. To the utter surprise, then when he twisted the tail, the cow started moving. So cow was tied and untied, isn't it? The cow was tied and untied, is it not? As though. Meaning, cow felt that I am tied and cow felt that I am untied. What kept that cow in that position and cow did not walk away is because this notion was created in the cow that I am tied. So notion has the same effect as though an actual thing is there. Like a notion of a snake creates the same reaction in me as though it's a real snake. So notion that I am tied creates the same result as though I am really tied. So it's not necessary for the cow to be tied to remain in that place. It is enough that the cow has a notion that I am tied. Not necessary that there should be a real snake for me to feel scared. The notion of snake does the same thing as a real snake will do. Similarly, I have a feeling that I am limited, I am tied, I am bound, I am inadequate. That need not be a reality. But a notion of being inadequate, tied, bound, does the same thing if I was really bound or had a notion of binding. So Vedanta says that we are entertaining a notion of bondage. Bondage is not real. The cow was ever free, was never tied. So the self is never tied, but it's a notion that I am tied. So that notion has to be removed. So thus, yes, neither self has need, nor the non-self has a need, but a so-called third entity, which is a product of the identification of self with the non-self. That's called ego, that's called jiva, which is the one who feels I am bound, I am tied. That's the one that is seeking to be released.
Ego.
Ego.